Uh-oh.
was going for your exam. Now, that can be quite anxious
It sure
because you're
can.
obviously, you're going for, you really want to pass. So, for those who fear going for that exam or haven't quite stepped over and just booked in a test or booked in an exam, what kind of tips do you reckon we can give our
Yeah.
viewers for that?
So I don't know how they do it in VK land, but in the US, you can do this. You can go to hamstudy.org, and the questions and answers are published. And it's not published what the right answer is, but you can figure that out. And you just drill over and over again to get you past that test fright. Number one. So when you start, like, you need 75% to pass. When you start to get to 85%, you've got a nice buffer. Um, just take it until you feel that way. That's number one. Number two, in the US, if you don't pass your test on the first try, you can take it again if your VE is smart enough to know that without paying an additional fee, and they'll actually give you a different bank of questions, from the pool. So it's not like you're getting a preview of the test and then you can go back and take the exact same test again. You can do that twice in the same sitting. So you can take the test, fail it, and then take it right away one more time. That's your second time. And then lastly, for $15, consider it a warm up. What have you? That's the test cost, $15. What have you lost other than some time at a local ham fest, or maybe you're doing it online through an online VE that we have now, and maybe I'm there to help move you along, motivate you, because I do some VE sessions as well. So that gets you some confidence ahead of time. And again, it's $15. What have you lost?
Yeah, so here in VK at least, as you know, that's one good thing that you've got in the US is $15 for your test is very, very good. This is, of course, before the FCC fee that comes in. When's that coming in? A couple of months, isn't it?
I don't actually know the date. They haven't made a new test yet, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I thought it was toward the end of summer, so August time maybe. I think that's what I read. But I guess in places like here in VK where the test is it can be quite expensive, then that does add to the fear because you want to be able to pass. You don't want to sort of waste your money, and then you do. If you do fail the test, then you can become discouraged and you might not want to take it again. So, doing as you say, going to hamstudy.org, just sort of cramming the questions, I think, and just going over them, just memorizing them. Especially if you can get hold of the question banks that are used here in VK. We've got a foundation license manual. We're talking about entry level into amateur radio. So the foundation license, there's a manual which deals with the questions that you will basically find in the exam and will explain them to you. So getting that and going through that, reading it from cover to cover, maybe a couple of times if you really want to make sure, is a good thing. And just book the date. And just give it a go.
Yeah. We could do an entire stream on just how to pass the test and not go over a single question on the test itself. There's a lot of tips and tricks on passing the test. One of the ones over here, and I don't know if it's the same for you, there's some math questions on the test, and there's some schematic symbol questions on the test. You can actually take one complete section of your choice and only one section of your choice and just 100% skip it and still pass. So if you have trouble with the schematics, the symbols, you think you're not going to get into that, skip them 100%. Next. Put down any answer, because the wrong answer that you put down is the exact same points missed as not putting an answer on at all. So you have a 25% chance of actually accidentally picking the right answer, but take the pressure off of your shoulders to get the right answer by skipping that section mentally in your head. And then you can still wind up, if you get all the other questions correct, you can still wind up pretty close to that 75% in passing.
Yeah. Well, Shooter 59 says studying for my tech now. So good luck. Hope that you pass your test with flying colours. I'm sure that you will. And let us know what sort of things if you're struggling with anything in your tech study, let us know. That'd be interesting. And Ben also says that the online study questions was a great way to get a good feel for your ability to pass. Gives you confidence. 100%. Yep. So and because over there, of course, if you pass your tech exam, then you get a free crack at the general. So if you're getting sort of 80 or 80, 90%, whatever, on the tech exam, then you may as well then try some of the questions for the general and see if you can get
At least
your
get a
knowledge up
sneak
on that
peek.
too.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep. Dan also says M0IDW 27 pounds 50 here in the UK for foundation license and currently free online training available. That's good. I do plan on my channel to do some online training for the foundation license as well. So hopefully that will help some people to get into to amateur radio. So so going for your exam, I think we sort of covered that. So now you've passed your exam, you've got your license in the mail or the email or what, however you get it. I got mine in my email, so I'm not sure if is that
No.
for everyone now, or
Yeah, you get it in your email. You have to print it yourself.
Yeah, okay.
The,
Yep. So you
the
don't get a
official
physical.
copy comes off of my printer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.